Yes, guys, welcome to another episode of Matt's Inner Acting Tips. Today, we are going to be talking about the one thing that really sets successful people in general aside from the rest. And that is discipline, okay? Discipline. Now, the thing is, in my experience, I've taught actors so many methods. I've taught actors so many things about mindset, how to be successful. But the one thing that I am not able to do is I'm able to keep them accountable, but I'm not able to be there when they're on their own. And discipline comes in to an actor's world when they are on their own. I'll give you a scenario. So I can teach actors some amazing techniques. Okay, the Trinity acting method, preparation, method, application. You know, they'll make notes, they'll prepare the scene, they'll get themselves into the correct emotional space. But when they're on their own and they have a self-tape to do, will they have the discipline to sit with themselves and say, right, I am going to make sure that I apply everything that I've learned? And some actors just don't. They try and do it the quick way. A lot of this is, look, discipline is against your own brain. Discipline for me is going against the brain's way of always wanting to take the easiest route or the path of least resistance. When you're disciplined, you don't allow yourself to do that. You don't allow yourself to eat rubbish if you're on a diet. You don't allow yourself to not go to the gym. Discipline, a lot of the time, is actually about doing the hardest thing, and because it gives you a payoff later, rather than doing something that's easy because you get instant gratification, which in the long term doesn't actually give you a particularly very good payoff. Okay? So discipline is so important to an actor's career. And you have to learn discipline. You have to make sure that you think of those times when nobody's there. All right? Nobody's there to watch what you're doing. Nobody's there to judge you. You know? No one will care what you do because there's nobody there. But those are the times when we truly find out how disciplined we are. I work from home. In fact, I'm in my kitchen today. How easy would it be for me not to produce this content for actors around the world? Be easy. It's a lovely warm day. I could probably just bob outside and sunbathe for a bit. But of course, there's nobody here. Nobody here. But I have discipline. Because I've taught myself that, look, when you do things right now that maybe might be a bit of a struggle or might be tough, it has huge payoffs later. And always remember that. When you are on your own, that's when discipline shows. If you're in an acting class and you've been taught methods and you do incredibly well, you work really hard, people go, right, well done, that's amazing. But do you have the discipline to do that when nobody's watching? And for me, that's the biggest barometer of discipline. You have to develop discipline. And you have to realize that discipline only ever comes in when things get tough, when things are hard to do, when it's raining, when you've got 3 self-tapes to do. All right? And you want to get them in within a certain time. You don't want to be the last one to hand in a self-tape. You want to get it done. That's when discipline comes in. It'd be easier to put it off tomorrow or till last minute. But don't do that, because the payoff of getting it in much earlier will help you in your career. If you want to make sure that you concentrate on any one thing, look at the discipline in which you bring to your operation, your career, and your acting business. Okay, I hope that helped. All right, it's a really, really important subject. It really, really is. And the one thing that obviously from kind of my dealings with really successful people and successful actors is they're very disciplined. And it makes such a difference, okay? And ask yourself, am I as disciplined as I could be? Okay, make sure you subscribe, like. If you've got any comments to make sure you comment. But apart from that, I will see you next week for another episode of Matt Zena Acting Tips.